From Benin's ancient walls we rise, echoes of our fathers' cry. Edo spirit strong and bold, a story waiting to unfold. We stand as one, a mighty choir, igniting culture's sacred fire. Our heritage, a precious art, forever beating in each heart. Though times may change and seasons turn, our ancestral wisdom we discern. With voices raised, a solemn vow to keep our traditions here and now. Edo pride, let it resound on sacred Nigerian
Yes, you are welcome back to the Benin Advancement Forum, the home of all the Benins. Uh, I would like to say this. There's a lot that is going on. Before I did the live video, almost 1 hour long, before I understand that the audio was not functioning in a way it's supposed to be, because I didn't do a voice check before I started. And now I'm doing a voice check to make sure, and I've already done that, and things are functioning normal. But I decided to do a recording in case it's not functioning the way it's supposed to be. Yes, there's some event that is taking place. First of all, it's celebrate to all Edo sons and daughters, to all Benin sons and daughters, no matter the language you speak, no matter your location. I wish you a healthy new year with good luck, good health, and everything that makes your life to be more happier. I wish you that. And yes, let me start. Let me start because we need to talk, my Edo people. The madness on social media can no longer be tolerated from Abat Obaze or any other Edo person that is doing such. We are not going to be tolerating that any longer, because it is time that we come to understand that we are destabilizing our own state. We are destabilizing Edo State for our own personal interest. Because I cannot understand the interest of Abat Obaze in Edo State. You don't live in Edo State. I cannot understand the interest of former governor of Edo State who is no longer living in Edo State, who decided to leave Edo State in darkness, and now destabilizing Edo State from United Kingdom of Great Britain. As an Edo son, and as someone from a traditional house, it is my duty. It is my duty to stand out, to start correcting all these mistakes. Sorry, the microphone and the camera need to be reset. We start correcting all these fake narrative that is going on social media, especially the one that transpired yesterday. And for the past 1 month, we have been, it's like the social media that has people from Edo is burning with fake narratives against the palace of the Oba of Benin, against the throne, and against the person of our God King on earth. As an Edo person or as an Edo man, it's really painful to be saying this. And as an Edo person, we shouldn't be tolerating such, or we shouldn't be supporting such. If Edo is good, it's good for all of us. If Edo is bad, it's bad for all of us. You see, I myself, before the beginning of this year, we'll be having an organization that contains all sort of people from Edo State, beyond Edo State. Proseto, Esan, Ika, and so on. All of us were there, we were represented in that organization. Till people find it very important to be introducing politics. That the house that has us before can no longer has us. The organization was positioned for the benefit of Edo sons and daughters, of the Benin sons and daughters, no matter their location, no matter their languages. But all this aside, the issue that is going on social media today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow, or that is going to be going on, need to be addressed. Need to be addressed in a way that people should understand the implications of all this we are doing. You see, you people stand out in the social media. You sit down in front of microphone, sit down in front of camera, and start insulting our reverend monarch. You insult our traditional institution because of one purpose, because of a political party. Second purpose is of personal interest, because you want to make money on social media. You want to be called Oyomba to make money so that people will now like your page, this and that. There's something you should know about me. I've been on this social media for more than 10 years. My page has not been monetized one day. We have the capacity to be making thousands of euros from our own broadcast. But we doesn't do that because it's not what we stand for. We were working for the interest of the Edo people, to make Edo people a conducive state for everyone that contains everyone. But in the past few months, or let me say since the beginning of the year 2025, we have seen a lot how Edo people are now massive in the social media. But you may be thinking the presence of Edo people in the social media will help Edo to develop more than we are today. But actually, we are bringing Edo down. Many people, many at least, I would say 85% of Edo people in social media are working towards the downfall of the state. But they will be telling you they are working towards the unity of Edo State. They are working towards the economic progress of Edo State. But that is a complete lie. Because When you want to kill a tree, you uproot it. This is what is happening right now in social media. Our people goes mad in social media without knowing what is called respect. If you come from a traditional house in Benin, you know how to respect your father, you know how to respect your mother, you know how to respect the senior members of your family. For me, I see Oba of Benin as my own father, although he's not my own biological father. But I see him as the most senior person in Edo State. And many people are saying it's not their father. This is left for you to decide, but I've made my own decision. But you cannot bring me up or out of that decision. Make my decision to defend the palace, to defend the throne, to defend the person that is sitting on that throne. Come rain, come sun, come winter, come spring, come summer, I'm there to defend the throne and the palace of the Oba of Benin. I'm not sent by anybody to defend the palace or the throne or whatsoever, but I feel it is my own duty to do that as an Edo person. Before the coming of the British, the Benin Empire has always been there. Before the coming of Nigeria, Benin Empire has been there. The throne has been there. Midwestern state, then Benin State, now Edo State. The throne, the monarchy, everything has been existing and still remains intact. And there's nothing anybody can do about it, like it or not. Now, what is going on social media? Our people find it very important to be insulting the Oba of Benin, our own reverend monarch, in the social media, castigating him, fabricating all sorts of lies against him, against our traditional house. If you come from a traditional house, you will understand what that means. This has been going on for quite a long time now, and our Edo people are quiet. Many of them come with comments to support these people, and some of us who come out against this ugly movement will be insulted. They insult our father, they will insult our mother. But notwithstanding, we are there. We are going to be defending it, as I said before. Come what may. You see, there's a person that is called Abat Obaze. To date, I've refused to mention his name in any of my broadcasts. But today, I decided to do that just for one reason. A sound warning to all Edo sons and daughters. If it happened to the Oba of Benin today, tomorrow is going to happen to you. Tomorrow is going to be your turn. If Abat Obaze believe is above the law, he should understand that in Britain there's a law. There's also a terrorism law. A terrorism law, when you are inciting violence from Britain in another state or in another land, the law will go against you. And nobody is going to rescue you. You can ask Nnamdi Kanu. I told him personally this before he was captured. I told him this personally. Instigating violence against other people tomorrow will be your turn. You will land in jail. If you are not hanged, you will be very lucky. So when people feel that it's very important to be insulted the Oba of Benin, I will encourage you to desert from those activities, because we are not going to be keeping quiet. We are not going to be folding our arms and be looking at you because you feel now you are civilized, as you call yourself, that you know more than everybody in the kingdom, in the state. You find it very important, you have to insult our Reverend Monarch. We have tolerated you people enough. Enough is enough. What happened yesterday is just the beginning. For me, and I want to put it clear, I don't support violence and I don't prescribe to violence. And I don't support the use of violence against any living being. If it is human, if it is animal, or whatsoever. I believe every human being should have his own freedom in life. Every animal should also have its own freedom, as far as they are not dangerous to others. You see, when Pedro Obaseki was associating himself with about Obaze and former governor Obaseki, he should have understood so many things. He should understand the consequence of his behavior, which he refused to understand. When you went to a party that was organized against the Oba of Benin, organized to insult the Oba of Benin, your presence alone in that party speak volume. But it doesn't stop there. But you started. You were one of the speakers. You come out boldly to say, and from today, I will no longer say Oba Atokbe Ise. And from today, I will be saying Edo Atokbe Ise. If you people doesn't understand what that means, then you need to go to a psychiatric to assess your brain. You may be blind because you don't know what the meaning of truth is. But I want to tell you the truth. There's no insult that is more than that. It's like when you go to your father's house, you will tell him, "Oh, daddy, I will no longer call you my father any longer. I will call you so and so name. I will disregard you." Then you want us to be happy. You want your sibling to be happy with you. Although many people said Pedro Obaseki is this or that, everything he achieved it for himself, not for the Edo people. The doctor he has it for himself. The professor he has it for himself. It's not for me. It's not for you. It doesn't help any Edo person if Pedro Obaseki is having a doctor or professor. He's not going to be putting food in their table. It has not helped in any development. Although people are saying he was one spearheading the Midwestern movement. Yes, that may be true, but because of personal interest, we understand and we know the people who really stand for the Edo people. Pedro Obaseki is not one of them. But Obaze is not one of them. Former Governor Obaseki is not one of them. To say the fact, Obaseki ruled Edo for 8 years. He was also, before then, also a deputy governor of the state. But count those achievements, then you will see there's something mixing. Now people are saying the Radisson Hotel and Mowa is his achievement. Actually, it is not his achievement. You hijack something. The money provided by other people to do something. To do something in fraudulent way that nobody will accept. You oppress people, you manipulate people, you insult people that brought you to power, that supported you financially, morally, with movement, with the organizations to make sure we're in that power. And today you will stand up and start saying useless things against the Oba of Benin. Start threatening the Oba of Benin. You start telling us if you wanted, you would have unseated the Oba of Benin. You did. People doesn't really understand your atrocities. Because we were watching you, we were talking to our people. What this man is doing is not good. He's doing harm to our community. We understand immediately the money came from the Europeans. You started dividing Edo State. You started using Inogis against the kingdom. Inogi, you know, that was appointed by the Oba of Benin. You started calling them, making meetings with them. You started sharing money with them so that they will ignore the palace. And now you are saying you are respecting the Constitution. You are respecting the Constitution. You have the right to do that, what you were doing. But you forgot so many things. As our Reverend Monarch said one time to you, power is not forever. Power is just for a limited time. What happened to Petro Obaseki? It's just the beginning. It's not a threat. It's just a warning to anybody. No Edo person will be happy to see they insult the Oba of Benin and they kept quiet. Although people are now coming to sugarcoat it, oh, he didn't do that, he didn't do this, he always said this, we don't see insult in this. If somebody slap you, and he doesn't see insult in the public, and doesn't see insult in this, then you are very stupid. If somebody insults your father in the public and he doesn't see insult in it, you are very stupid. Go and reassess your brain. If there's a lot that happened, the court killing in Edo. In the year 2001, we call on Godwin Obaseki to do something against the killing, court killing. Then we will having the headsmen. We will having armed robbers in all of our highways. We were calling on Obaseki day in and day out. Obaseki refused to do anything. Then, I said, those sons and daughters, we started organizing. I was having the privilege to talk to some of our vigilantes, even the director in Abuja, Benin, and so many of them, to make them to understand what is going on in Edo State and what we can do against it. I called Nwade, I called Oriomo, I called almost all the vigilantes in Edo State to make sure there's a cooperation. And one of our own too, Mr. Godwin Ogidigbo, also worked closely, tirelessly, to make sure there's a cooperation among all. Then we saw our youth marching, ring road, everywhere to show their presence in the state, to tell our people they should not be afraid. We were receiving threats from everywhere, from the IPOB, from the herdsmen, from the courtesan, from armed robbery. Our parents were no longer going to the farm because they were being raped in the farm. They were all sorts of atrocities was being committed in Edo State. We called on Obaseki several times. This man refused till he saw we were making progress. We were making progress. He hijacked the situation. He hijacked those situations. He brought the vigilantes under his control. After 2 months, we have to withdraw from this, from the vigilantes and others. Because of the way the vigilantes were now being used. They were used against their political opponents. You know, the day the demolition of Mr. Tony Kabaka's house, I was in Benin that day. I was in Ugbo. I was present that very day. I was looking at all what was taking place in those areas. I have never known that Edo State have so much security personnel. See a lot of Edo people, car security everywhere. I wonder, why couldn't we use this against those people committing atrocity in our state? Not just that. We saw in 2024, before the election, things were repeating themselves again. We were calling Obaseki to do something. He refused. He refused. Because of political gain, because he stands for other party, because he has the money from the Europeans. And now, in the terms of the museum, we have been trying to educate our people about that. Because museum alone, or a hotel, 5-star hotel, we never really promote the economic of a state. Those of you that read economics, they will understand the power of economic of the state remains on those people who owns the state. If you empower the indigents of the state to build the state economically, then investors will come in. If nobody is building the state, nobody will come in. Obaseki refused to understand this. They were building 5-star hotel for who? We were building a Moa because of the Europeans that will be coming. For us, that was not really encouraging. A Moa is a building. It might be beautiful in a building, but how many Europeans are coming to view a Moa? How many rich people are coming to Edo State to view a Moa? But if we have a solid middle class economy, everybody will want to visit Edo State. Everybody is visiting Lagos because they have a solid middle class, good economy. You build something from the ground and bring it up, not from up. You don't start in the middle of the air. This is a failure. Many people may not believe it. My question is also, how many Edo people can afford to visit the Emowa Museum if it's really open? How would those people learn about the history? How would these people see the work of our forefathers? Very few can be able to afford this. But I want to come to the main point. What transpired yesterday, I condemn what those guys did. It's not just because of the way Pedro Obaseki was mishandled, but the statement they were making by saying they were sent by the Oba of Benin or the palace of the Oba of Benin. Those of us who know the palace very well, we know these people, they were lying. They were acting on their own. They were acting on their own because the palace will never send anybody who is not a chief to anywhere to deliver his message. If you are a chief in the palace and if you are Ohaime and you are sending a message, you put on your chief attire and you go there. They go there to deliver their messages without hostility. Even people are trying to attack them, they will retreat. They will go back. They will retreat. Those guys did what they did on their own because of the pain they feel and because of the love they have for our tradition. Not because somebody sent them to go and do something. And many people just go straight to the social media. Oh, the talks, Oba of Benin talks, Oba of Benin talks, the palace talks. Are you the one that recruited them to be the palace talks? Are you the one that recruited them to be the talks of the Oba of Benin? Some newspaper like this Sahara Reporter that is already in the watch list of the FBI, CIA as a terrorist newspaper that supports terrorists. And so many other news will just coming. Oh, Benin will do better. Benin will do that. You people are doing more harm to Benin than what these boys did yesterday. Your statement, your write-up in social media are doing more harm to Edo people than what these guys did. The names you were calling Edo State, the Oba of Benin, and including myself on those social media, is doing more harm than what these people did. Most of you have been online when Obat Obaze have been insulting the palace, insulting the Edo people. None of you said a word. When Pedro Obaseki said what he said, none of you said a word to caution him. Now you are running up and down. Oh, black, this, that. All of you are just hypocrites, hypocritical people who see the truth and doesn't want to say the truth. You see the wrong, you doesn't want to say this is wrong, but you want to sugarcoat it, you want to paint it to be the truth. Is this the way you want to develop Edo State? You want to close one eye because somebody did something because you love that somebody, you will not say the truth. That is not that doesn't make you a leader. Make you a liar, even worse than that person who said something. For me, I'm happy that Pedro Obaseki is safe and with his family at home. He has every right to take illegal action against those people. But leave the palace out of this madness. Leave the traditional house out of this madness. If you feel it is important, you have to be insulting the palace every day. Understand that we will not fold our hand and be looking at you. No well-born Edo citizen will fold his hand and be looking at you. We will not fold our hand if you are insulting the Oba of Benin. We will not fold our hand if you are insulting any Onoje. We will not fold our hand if you are insulting Obi or Den. We will not fold our hands. We will always reply you. We will always tell you you are committing atrocity, like it or not. You see, when it comes to politics, have always watched my people. Emotions. Emotion and politics. Emotion of a political candidate. Emotion of a political party. We have been watching this level. Because your candidate lost election, it's not the end of the world. Prepare for the next coming election. It only took 4 years. I have never seen election in Nigeria or Edo State that people will say is fair. They will, if their candidate lose, they will say, oh, it's rigged. Everybody will say it's rigged because the candidate you want to win lose the election. We all know people wanted to vote for Aswin Udal because the ASAN, most of the ASAN, I can say about 70% of them were campaigning to vote for ASAN, but they forgot that the population of the ASAN is not even 15% of Edo State. They were insulting the whole of Edo. Even those people who were willing to vote for Aswin Godaro withdraw their support because of the behavior of so many of them. And now you cry today. You said you want your state. Go and have your state. Nobody is holding you. Nobody is holding you because the way the people behave today, you behave like the IPOB. You behave like Nadikan. And I'm sending this message to Abat Obaze. Be warned. Nothing exists forever. Everything change. A human being, no. We are going to be remembering you in all these atrocities you are committing against Edo State. If you think you are building Edo State, then think twice. Dividing Edo State will not lead to any development of Edo State. The Oba of Benin is not the one dividing Edo State. It is PDP, APC, Governor Obaseki, Abat Obaze, and their followers. Because of their hatred, comments, insult on social media, they now brought Edo in a negative light. Edo have never been in darkness. You may be living in darkness yourself. You may be the dark evil yourself. But we, the remaining people, we are not. If you want, you can put yourself in the darkness. But we are not in darkness. And you are not our savior. We have been existing and we will remain to exist. The only thing that can save Edo State is unity. With the help of our Reverend Monarch, with the help of our traditional institution. If we start, the Midwestern state was created with the help of our traditional institution. Bende State was created with the help of traditional institution. Edo State was also created. Although so many Esau were saying they want their region. But people look at it, they don't need their region. And I want to make this known to every Esau. Esau was not in the support, or Esau sons and daughters was not in the support of creating the Midwestern state. It was the Edo people who were running Hepa and Skater campaigning to free you people from the hand of Awolowo. Then they stayed the same. It was the Oba of Benin. Edo State of today. And you people talk useless things because you want to make name in social media, because you don't know the history, you don't know your origin. It's unfortunate that people can disgrace themselves on social media. The Edo people and the Esan people are not the only people in social media, or the Igbo people. There are other tribes in social media. We are not much intelligent than those people who kept quiet in social media. They are there and they are doing very good. So thank you. God bless you. Think about unity, not division. Division has not brought anybody to anywhere. Obaseki did not remove Edo from darkness. He brought it back. Abat Obaze is helping him to bring the most darkest situation in Edo State, and we shouldn't allow that to happen. Thank you.
From Benin's ancient walls we rise, echoes of our fathers' cry. Edo spirit strong and bold, a story waiting to unfold.